The rain-slicked streets of Chicago gleamed under the sodium lights as Lucas stumbled out of the alley, his breath ragged and his left arm throbbing with a sharp, burning pain. Blood seeped through his torn sleeve, the jagged bite mark from the stray dog pulsing like an accusation he couldn't shake. But it wasn't the wound that shattered him. It was the look on Marcus's face when he finally answered the door, eyes widening in horror as Lucas collapsed against the frame, whispering, "I didn't see it coming." Marcus pulled him inside their cramped apartment, the one they'd scraped together after months of odd jobs and shared dreams. The place smelled of instant coffee and unwashed laundry, a far cry from the polished homes they'd both left behind. "What the hell happened?" Marcus demanded, his voice cracking as he guided Lucas to the couch. Lucas winced, peeling back the fabric to reveal the ugly gash. It wasn't just a bite. It was a reminder of how fragile their life was, scraping by in a city that didn't care about two guys trying to build something real. They'd met 2 years ago at a community center support group for LGBTQ youth, both fresh out of high school and navigating the choppy waters of coming out. Lucas, with his easy smile and Midwestern charm, had grown up in a conservative suburb where being gay meant whispers and sidelong glances. Marcus, sharper-edged and from the South Side, carried the weight of a family that had disowned him outright. Their bond had formed quickly, a mix of shared laughter over bad pizza and late-night talks about fears they couldn't voice elsewhere. But lately, tension simmered. Lucas's job at the warehouse demanded long hours, leaving Marcus alone with his graphic design freelance gigs that barely paid the rent. As Marcus cleaned the wound with trembling hands, Lucas recounted the attack. Walking home from his shift, cutting through the alley to save time, the dog lunging from the shadows. "I should have been more careful," Lucas muttered, but Marcus shook his head fiercely. "This city's a jungle. You shouldn't have to watch your back every second." He bandaged it carefully, his touch lingering, a silent promise amid the chaos. That night, they lay in bed, Lucas's head on Marcus's chest, listening to the rhythm of his heartbeat. But sleep evaded them. The bite wasn't just physical. It gnawed at the insecurities they'd buried. The next morning, Lucas woke to the sound of Marcus on the phone, his voice low and urgent. "Yeah, I need to see a doctor. No insurance? Fine. I'll figure it out." Lucas sat up, wincing. "What are you doing?" Marcus hung up, avoiding his gaze. "You need antibiotics. That thing could get infected." But Lucas knew the truth, they couldn't afford it. Their savings were non-existent, drained by unexpected bills and the constant grind. "We'll manage," Lucas said. But Marcus's eyes flashed with frustration. "Manage? Like how we've been managing everything else. Pretending we're okay when we're one paycheck from the street." The argument escalated, voices rising in the tiny space. Marcus accused Lucas of being too passive, always accepting the scraps life threw their way. Lucas shot back that Marcus's pride kept him from asking for help, like reaching out to his estranged sister who had a steady job. It ended with Marcus storming out, slamming the door, leaving Lucas alone with his throbbing arm and a sinking heart. Hours passed before Marcus returned, face etched with regret. He dropped to his knees beside the couch where Lucas sat, eyes fixed on the bandaged wound. "I'm sorry," he whispered, voice breaking. "Seeing that bite. It kills me that I can't protect you." Their reconciliation was tentative, built on hushed apologies and gentle touches. But the incident cracked open fissures they'd ignored. Lucas's family, though distant, still sent occasional checks with passive-aggressive notes about finding the right path. Marcus's past haunted him. Memories of his father's rage when he came out, the bruises that faded slower than the words. Society's judgments loomed large. The subtle discrimination at job interviews, the stares on the train when they held hands. They vowed to fight harder, but deep down, Lucas wondered if love was enough against a world that seemed rigged against them. As days turned to weeks, the bite healed into a scar, a pale reminder on Lucas's skin. But the emotional wounds festered. Marcus took on extra gigs, burning the midnight oil, while Lucas pushed through pain at work, hiding his fatigue. One evening, over takeout Chinese, Marcus broached the topic they'd avoided. moving in with Lucas's aunt in the suburbs, where life might be easier. She knows about us, Lucas said cautiously. But she's traditional. Marcus nodded, but his jaw tightened. The idea sparked hope and dread. Escape the city's grind, but face familial scrutiny. The decision weighed heavy, leading to late-night debates. Lucas wanted stability. Marcus feared losing his independence. Their friends weighed in. Jamal, from the support group, urged them to go, saying, "Love needs a safe space." But Lena, Marcus's co-worker, warned, "Suburbs can be a cage for guys like you. Smiles on the outside, judgment within." The conflict built, testing their bond in ways the bite never could. The move to Elmwood, a quiet suburb outside Chicago, felt like stepping into a different world. Tree-lined streets, manicured lawns, and neighbors who waved with practiced politeness replaced the urban hustle. Lucas's Aunt Clara welcomed them with a hug for Lucas and a firm handshake for Marcus, her eyes appraising. "Glad you boys are here," she said, her voice warm but laced with unspoken questions. The house was spacious, a spare room theirs for a nominal rent that eased their financial strain. First, it seemed ideal. Lucas found a better job at a local hardware store, shorter hours allowing time for healing, both physical and emotional. Marcus set up a home office, his designs flowing freer without the constant worry of bills. They explored the neighborhood hand in hand, drawing a few curious glances but no outright hostility. "This could work," Lucas murmured one evening as they watched the sunset from the porch, Marcus's arm around his shoulders. But cracks appeared soon enough. Aunt Clara's friends dropped by unannounced, their conversations peppered with subtle probes. "So, how did you two meet?" Or, "Planning to settle down with nice girls someday?" Marcus bit his tongue, but Lucas noticed the tension in his posture. Then came the church picnic, where Clara insisted they attend. "It's community," she said. Amid the potluck and games, a local pastor pulled Lucas aside. "Your aunt worries about you. God's love is for everyone, but paths can lead astray." Lucas forced a smile, but inside, anger simmered. Marcus exploded that night. "This isn't acceptance, it's tolerance with a side of conversion therapy." Lucas defended Clara, saying she meant well, but the divide grew. Marcus felt like an outsider, his urban edge clashing with the suburban veneer. He missed the city's anonymity, where they could be themselves without explanation. Lucas, craving stability, urged patience. "We can't run forever." Social conflicts escalated when Marcus joined a local art collective, hoping to network. There, he met Tyler, a charismatic painter openly gay and unapologetic. Tyler's stories of pride parades and advocacy ignited something in Marcus, reminding him of the fire he'd lost. They spent afternoons discussing designs, Tyler's flirtatious banter making Marcus laugh in ways Lucas hadn't heard in months. Jealousy crept in for Lucas, unfounded but potent. "Who's this Tyler?" he asked one night, voice tight. "Just a friend," Marcus replied, but his eyes evaded. The truth was, Tyler represented freedom, a life without compromise. Marcus confided in him about the suburb's suffocation, the bite scar a metaphor for deeper hurts. Tyler urged, "Don't settle. You deserve to live loud." Back home, arguments flared. Lucas accused Marcus of pulling away. Marcus countered that Lucas was too eager to blend in, sacrificing their identity for comfort. The turning point came at a family dinner. Clara's brother, Uncle Ted, visited, a staunch conservative with opinions on everything. Over roast beef, talk turned to politics. "This country's going soft with all this rainbow nonsense." Marcus stiffened, but Lucas changed the subject. Later, alone, Marcus confronted him. "Why didn't you say something?" Lucas sighed. "He's family. Pick your battles." Marcus's face hardened. "Family that doesn't accept us isn't family." The rift deepened. Marcus spent more time with Tyler, their friendship bordering on emotional intimacy. Lucas buried himself in work, the scar on his arm itching as if warning him. Whispers from neighbors reached Clara. "Those two boys, are they?" She cornered Lucas. "I love you, but think about your future." Marcus seems restless. Her words stung, planting seeds of doubt. One stormy night, Marcus came home late, soaked and distant. "We need to talk," he said. Lucas's heart sank. Marcus admitted the pull toward Tyler, not physical but ideological. "He gets the fight. Here, I feel invisible." Tears welled in Lucas's eyes. "And us? Am I not worth fighting for?" Marcus dropped to his knees, grasping Lucas's hands. "You are everything, but this place, it's biting us apart." The apology hung heavy, the bite scar a silent witness to their vulnerability. They decided to try counseling, a neutral ground to unpack their issues. The therapist, Dr. Ellis, listened as they poured out fears. Societal pressures, family expectations, the constant balancing act of being gay in a divided America. Sessions revealed deeper layers. Lucas's fear of abandonment from his own coming-out rejection. Marcus's trauma from his father's abuse. Progress was slow, but glimmers appeared. Shared laughs, rediscovered touches. Yet, external storms brewed. A local ordinance debate on LGBTQ rights divided the town, with protests and heated town halls. Marcus wanted to attend, speak out. Lucas hesitated, fearing backlash at work. "We live here now," Lucas argued. "Stirring the pot could cost us everything." Marcus's eyes flashed. Hiding costs more. The conflict peaked when Tyler invited Marcus to a rally in the city. "Come with me," Marcus pleaded. Lucas refused, leading to their biggest fight yet. The rally loomed like a thundercloud over their relationship. Marcus packed a bag for the overnight trip, his movements deliberate. "This isn't just about us. It's about standing up," he said. Lucas watched from the doorway, arms crossed. "And if it blows back on Clara? On our home?" Marcus paused, then kissed Lucas's forehead. "I'll be careful. I love you." But as he left, Lucas felt a chasm open, the bite scar throbbing as if reopened. Alone, Lucas wandered the suburbs' quiet streets, thoughts churning. He called Jamal, venting frustrations. "He's right to fight, but at what cost?" Jamal sighed. "Love means supporting dreams, even scary ones." Clara noticed Lucas's distress, offering tea and tentative advice. "Relationships are hard. Maybe pray on it." Her words, meant kindly, grated, implying their love needed divine intervention. Marcus, in the city, immersed himself in the rally's energy. Chants echoed, signs waved high. "Love is love." Tyler stood beside him, their shoulders brushing. "This is living," Tyler said, eyes alight. Marcus felt alive, unburdened by suburban constraints. But guilt nagged. Texts from Lucas went unanswered at first, then curt replies. That night, in a cheap motel, Tyler confessed feelings. "You're incredible, Marcus. Lucas holds you back." Marcus recoiled. "No, I love him." But the seed was planted, doubt blooming. Back home, Lucas faced his own trial. At work, a coworker spotted a pride sticker on his phone. "Didn't peg you for that," the man sneered. Lucas bristled but stayed silent, later regretting it. The incident mirrored Marcus's accusations, passivity in the face of prejudice. That evening, Clara hosted a bridge game, her friends gossiping about the rally. "Those people causing trouble downtown." Lucas snapped. "Those people are fighting for rights you take for granted." Silence fell, Clara's face paling. "Lucas, honey." But he stormed out, realizing Marcus was right. Marcus returned the next day, exhilarated but exhausted. Lucas waited on the porch, eyes red-rimmed. "How was it?" Marcus described the crowd, the speeches, then hesitated. "Tyler, he said things." Lucas's stomach dropped. "What things?" Marcus confessed the confession, swearing nothing happened. Trust cracked, voices rose. "You went knowing this could happen," Lucas yelled. Marcus dropped to his knees, tears streaming. "I'm sorry. Seeing your scar every day reminds me how vulnerable we are. I just want us to be strong." The apology bridged the gap temporarily, but underlying issues festered. They attended more counseling, Dr. Ellis pushing them to confront societal pressures. America's divided, progress in cities, backlash elsewhere. Your relationship mirrors that. Marcus shared his fear of becoming like his father, angry and closed off. Lucas admitted craving normalcy, even if it meant compromise. Community tensions escalated with the ordinance vote. Proponents argued for inclusive policies. Opponents cited traditional values. Marcus volunteered for canvassing, dragging Lucas along. Door to door, they faced mixed reactions. Warm welcomes from allies, slammed doors from foes. One encounter stung. A woman sneered, "You too? Disgusting." Lucas froze, but Marcus responded calmly. "We're just people in love." Later, Lucas praised him. "You're brave." Marcus smiled. "We both are." But bravery tested when Uncle Ted returned, rallying against the ordinance. At a family gathering, he ranted, "This agenda's ruining families." Marcus couldn't stay silent. "Families like mine, who kicked me out for being gay?" Ted bristled. "That's different." The argument exploded, Clara caught in the middle. Lucas defended Marcus, but the damage was done. Ted stormed out, Clara in tears. "I just want peace," she whispered. The fallout rippled. Clara asked them to tone it down, fearing neighbor backlash. Marcus felt suffocated. "This isn't home." Lucas, torn, suggested compromise. But a viral social media post from the rally featured Marcus and Tyler, arms linked, sparking rumors. Lucas confronted him. "Is there more?" Marcus denied, but doubt lingered. The emotional strain peaked in a heated session with Dr. Ellis. "Trust is fragile," she said. "Rebuild or risk losing it." As the vote approached, they navigated personal and public battles. Marcus's designs gained traction from rally exposure, offers pouring in. Lucas's job stabilized, but his heart yearned for the city spark. Their love, once simple, now layered with choices. Fight openly or seek quiet acceptance. The bite scar faded, but its lessons endured, pain as catalyst for growth or destruction. Election day dawned crisp, the suburb buzzing with anticipation. Marcus and Lucas voted together, hands clasped defiantly. "Whatever happens, we're in this," Lucas said. Marcus nodded, but tension hummed between them. Results trickled in that evening. The ordinance passed narrowly, a victory for inclusion. Cheers erupted at the community center watch party, Marcus hugging Lucas tightly. "We did this." But victory was bittersweet. Backlash followed, protests from opponents, anonymous threats scrawled on mailboxes. Clara's house wasn't spared. A note read, "Fags out." She paled, handing it to them. "I didn't sign up for this." Marcus's face hardened. "Neither did we." Lucas comforted her, but inside, guilt gnawed. Had their activism endangered her? Marcus's career soared post-rally, a gallery offering him a show. Tyler helped curate their collaboration intense. Lucas attended fittings, noticing lingering glances. Jealousy flared during a preview dinner, Tyler toasting Marcus. "To the man who inspires." Lucas excused himself, heart pounding. Later, in the car, he accused, "It's more than work." Marcus pulled over. "Stop this. You're my everything." But words felt hollow. Counseling delved deeper. Dr. Ellis challenged Lucas. "Your fear stems from past rejections." To Marcus, "Your activism masks avoidance of intimacy." Revelations hurt but fostered understanding. They recommitted, planning a weekend getaway to reconnect. In a cozy cabin by Lake Michigan, they talked openly, no distractions, just them. Marcus traced the faded scar. "This started it all. Pain showing us what matters." Lucas smiled. "Us." Return brought reality. Clara, influenced by Ted, suggested they find their own place. For everyone's peace. Marcus saw it as eviction, Lucas as practical. The argument reignited old wounds. "You're choosing her over us," Marcus yelled. Lucas countered, "I'm choosing stability." Marcus packed a bag, staying with Tyler. "Need space," his note read. Lucas spiraled, calling Jamal. Did I push him away? Jamal advised, fight for him. Meanwhile, Marcus at Tyler's confessed turmoil. Tyler leaned in. You deserve better. Their lips brushed, a momentary lapse. Marcus pulled back, guilt crashing. I can't. He left, wandering the city, realizing home was Lucas. Dawn found Marcus at their door. Lucas opened, eyes weary. Marcus dropped to his knees, sobbing. I almost lost us. Forgive me. Lucas knelt too, embracing him. We both messed up. Reconciliation was raw, promises renewed. But Tyler's kiss lingered, a secret Marcus buried, fearing it would shatter them. They moved back to the city, a modest apartment symbolizing fresh start. Jobs aligned, Lucas in retail management, Marcus freelancing successfully. Social circles expanded, allies from the rally becoming friends. But societal divides persisted. News of anti-LGBT bills, hate crimes spiking. They volunteered at the support group, mentoring youth like their younger selves. Personal growth continued. Lucas spoke out more, joining Marcus at events. Marcus learned compromise, valuing Lucas's caution. Their love deepened, resilient against storms. Yet the buried secret gnawed at Marcus. During a quiet dinner, he confessed. At Tyler's, we kissed, but I stopped. Lucas's face crumpled. Why tell me now? Marcus whispered. No more lies. Betrayal hit hard. Lucas stormed out, wandering streets like Marcus had. Hours later, he returned. It hurts, but I believe you stopped. Forgiveness came slowly, trust rebuilt brick by brick. Dr. Ellis praised their honesty. Vulnerability strengthens bonds. As months passed, they thrived. Marcus's gallery show featured pieces inspired by their journey, the bite as motif for pain and healing. Lucas stood proudly beside him, scar-bared. Friends toasted their endurance. But whispers of controversy followed. Some accused Marcus of using activism for gain. Others questioned Lucas's initial passivity. The gallery buzzed with admirers, Marcus's art drawing praise for its raw depiction of queer struggles. One piece, Bitten Bonds, showed two figures entwined, a scar glowing ethereal. Lucas mingled, fielding questions. How much is autobiographical? He smiled. Enough to hurt, enough to heal. But inside, the confession's aftershocks lingered. Trust mended but fragile. Post-show, they hosted a small gathering at home. Jamal raised a glass. To surviving America's madness. Lena added, and thriving despite it. Talk turned to future, marriage, kids? Marcus dreamed big. Lucas cautious, citing ongoing battles. Society's progressing, but slowly. A news alert interrupted. Another hate crime in a nearby state. Mood sobered, reminding them vigilance was key. Marcus's success brought opportunities. A book deal on queer art in suburbia. He poured in their story, anonymized but honest. Lucas read drafts, wincing at exposed vulnerabilities. This could stir controversy. Marcus nodded. That's the point, sparked dialogue. The book released to mixed reviews. Praised for authenticity, criticized for airing dirty laundry. Online debates raged. Romanticizes struggle versus essential voice. Personal conflicts resurfaced when Lucas's family visited. His parents, softened by time, met Marcus cordially. But subtle digs emerged. You two seem happy. For now. Marcus bit back retorts, but later vented. They'll never fully accept. Lucas agreed but urged patience. Change takes time. Their dynamic shifted, Lucas now the advocate, Marcus the tempered one. A major test came with a job offer for Marcus in New York, a prestigious firm. It's a dream, he said. Lucas hesitated. What about us? Long distance. Debates ensued, echoing early fights. Marcus proposed Lucas join him. Start fresh. Lucas waited. Leave Chicago's familiarity for unknown? Friends advised variably, Jamal. Go for it. Lena. Don't uproot for one person's dream. The decision crystallized during a walk in their old alley, now safer with community patrols. Lucas touched his scar. This bite changed everything. pushed us to grow. Marcus knelt playfully, and led to too many apologies. They laughed, but seriousness returned. Lucas agreed to move, embracing change. Settling in New York brought vibrancy. Diverse crowds, open acceptance. But challenges persisted, high costs, fast pace. Marcus thrived professionally. Lucas adapted, finding work in event planning. Their relationship, battle-tested, flourished. They attended pride events, advocated locally. Yet societal shadows loomed. A Supreme Court ruling on LGBTQ rights sparked nationwide debate, dividing friends and family. Marcus wrote op-eds. Lucas organized fundraisers. Their story, shared in interviews, inspired some, offended others. Controversies arose. Accusations of privilege, questions on fidelity post-confession. In quiet moments, they reflected. Was it all worth it? Lucas asked one night, head on Marcus's chest. Marcus traced the scar. Every bite, every fight. Their love, forged in pain, stood resilient.